Okay, Clark. Hi.
Hi, Shana. Again.
Welcome to Single Over 30 vlog.
I am over 30. I'm not single. I am most definitely over 30. So nice to be back.
Sorry, should we restart that? All right. So anyway, so you're going to ask me a question.
Yeah, it's Turn the Tables week. So
Okay.
I get to ask the question finally
All
instead of
right.
being on the hot seat. And the question for you,
Okay.
Shana,
Oh, yeah.
you were single
Yes.
for a long time.
Really long, till I was 46. Yes.
Yeah, and then so then you got married. That was, I would expect, a big change.
Yes.
What was the hardest, scariest part about making this decision to get married? Especially to me, different subject. There's a whole slew of problems with that. But just in general, making the decision after all that time to get married, the hardest part was?
You know, it was something that surprised me, because the thing that surprised me is that when you're dreaming, and I think lots of women do, is dreaming about getting married, and that day when me and my Prince Charming are gonna I was gonna walk down the aisle, and we were gonna tie the knot, and it was gonna be all magical and all that. It was surprising to me because since I got married later, and I think some older singles will be able to relate to this, it surprised me how much grief I felt when I got engaged. I was happy. I mean, honestly, you'll understand. You get it,
I
right?
get it. No, we've talked about this.
Well, we've talked about, I was really happy to be finally getting married, but also there was this surprising grief that like slapped me in the face, because I realized, you know what? As the years went on, I realized I'm not gonna have kids and all that. But now that I was engaged, it like kind of slapped me in the face. All right, now this is real. My life isn't turning out the way that I thought. I'm not gonna have the white picket fence, the 3.5 kids and the husband, and I'm not gonna, grow older and go through a young life with my husband, because I already did that. I'm now at middle age, right? So I had joy because I was getting married to my friend who I love, but I also had a lot of sadness. And so I had to work through that, and I actually went to a counselor and talked to a counselor and prayed over that and stuff and made peace with it. But there was grief involved. And I think that's good to know, because I think sometimes before we get married, I felt like, is there something wrong with me? Because everybody, you see the magazines and the movies and everything, and you don't think that grief is a part of getting engaged. But it was, and I think it can be for a lot of people, even before they get married.
Sure.
So
there are things that happen in life that are just sad, and you got to acknowledge them. It doesn't mean that it shapes the rest of your life,
right.
But it's part of it. You got to acknowledge it, and it's true. We have, I hope, a beautiful, happy life.
We
together,
do. It's
but,
awesome.
But it's not exactly the way that probably either of us imagined it would have occurred. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not happy and excited and feel like God is in this. But at the same time, it's, there's some road bumps along the road that are, they're there.
Yeah.
And so, it's redemptive, I think. What we have is redemptive,
Yeah,
but the pain is still there.
Well, and I think the thing to remember is that, I think sometimes if I would have listened to this, being single, never married, I would have been like, you know what, that's not going to happen to me. I'm not having any grief in my story. I'm going to arrange it, that is not going to be me, kind of thing. But I think the thing to remember is that life is just kind of filled with difficulties sometimes, and that it doesn't matter if what your story is. You could get the 3.5 kids and the white picket fence. You're still going to have challenges, because life is never perfect. And God is always writing a redemptive story into all of our stories.
And can redeem any situation.
Right. And that said, I am joyfully happy, and is that redundant? I'm ecstatic. I love being married to Clark, and I love our life together, and I'm so grateful for him.
Me too.
And I had someone, on a side note, write and say, Shana, could you please stop talking about your relationship with your husband? It makes me feel horrible. And I know that some people feel that way. My intent is not to hurt you. I hope that you're inspired and that you realize that really great things can happen at any stage or any age of life. any
Amen.
age or stage.
Amen.
Okay, so this week I'm filming this ahead of time. I have to be honest with you. I don't have your freebie worked out yet, so I can't tell you what it is.
It's going to be great, though.
It's going to be great, and it's going to be below this video on YouTube, so you can click, or you'll find it on Facebook. So you can get that download or whatever it is that I decide between now and the time I post this. All right, thanks for watching, and see you next week.